Welcome back to Almost Average. We have the exhaust ready for the Honda. So today's episode is going to be me installing the full race. I'm going to go through a little detailed process of how that's completed. So stay tuned. Alright, so we've got the Honda backed up on some ramps right now. That should give us plenty of access up underneath the car to get to all the exhaust bolts. I took it for a little drive to help heat them up a little bit. That's going to do one of two things. It's either going to make the bolts easier to take out, or it's just going to be really hot and kind of a pain to work with. So let's go for the first option. Hopefully that's what happens. Now, this is a friend of mine's garage that I'm using. He was gracious enough to let me use it. He did ask not to film too much around the work bay, so I'm going to try to keep it contained within the car here, all the shots that we do. But yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and unbox the exhaust here. I had to keep it in the car because I really forced it in here, and I don't think it's going to come out otherwise. Alright, so basically I think heating up the exhaust definitely helped get these broken loose, but one thing I did also was about a week ago I started spraying these bolts with some penetrant oil just to really let it soak in. So I've already put my ratchet on them, got them broken loose. Let's go ahead and take these bolts off and then kind of work our way back. Alright, I hope you can see that because I really can't see my screen right now. Exhaust hangers. The biggest thing you want to do with those is lubricate them. So they can be a real pain to get off, especially if they've been on for a while. Fortunately, I kind of got this one started and it looks like it's going to come off pretty easily. Yeah, it's already off, so. But if you need to, spray it down with some WD-40 or something like that. They'll come right off. Might take some persuasion, but not too bad. Okay, these two bolts are actually harder to get out than the first three. You can see the back of them rusted up pretty good. Just take your time with them, make sure you soak them really good. Kind of tighten them if you need to a little bit. That'll help break off some of the rust on the back half here. Worst case scenario, there's a big gap right here you could get a saw blade into and just cut the bolts since you're not going to need them anyway. Left is your axle back right here. I believe looks like there's only one hanger, so yeah, we're pretty much there. I'm going to slide the old midsection of the pipe out and get this axle back out of here. We'll start putting the full race in. Okay, so that's our final hanger right there. Now I've heard this one can be a pain, so that's why I worked from the midsection forward, because what you have to do is push this entire hanger forward in order to get it off. So we're just going to go ahead and spray it real quick. Get that. I just sprayed my phone. That's cool. Should be fine, right? Oh, right in the face. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. All right, had to get out of the wind again because it is crazy out here. You can't even hear me on the microphone. I'm sitting in my other project vehicle. So if you guys are somewhat vehicle savvy, you might be able to tell what it is. It's kind of little, Japanese, 80s model. So yeah, I'll give you a little clue. That's all you get. It's got a soft top. Should be pretty obvious, but especially if you've looked around on the channel a little bit or saw any of my banners or something like that. But anyways, back to the Honda. Exhaust was super simple to install. It really pays to buy that quality product. You can tell that they've taken their time and mapped out everything. Install probably took 10 minutes, honestly. If I wouldn't have been recording, moving the camera around and stuff, easily 10-minute install. Probably took me 15-20 minutes, even recording all that stuff. So very easy to do. Like I said, all I used was a couple ramps to back up on, gave me plenty enough access. If you wanted to, you could back up on ramps, use a jack in the corner to get a little more access, but yeah, everything came off fairly simply. You're not always going to have that. You're going to have rusted bolts. You're going to have things like that. So always plan accordingly. Make sure you have plenty of time in case you do run into that you can kind of adjust fire for rusty exhaust bolts, because my car doesn't have that many miles on it, but even with the mileage that's on it, I could tell, especially those two on the axle back, they were rusted up pretty bad. So it catches up quick. Spraying that penetrant oil on there is really gonna help you out. So next episode, we're gonna kind of take a pause off the Honda. We're going to this vehicle. I've been buying parts for it. Actually, I have one of them. It's an electric cooling fan right here. So we're gonna kind of work on this guy a little bit and put the Honda on the back burn. Parts for the Honda are so expensive, and I've been collecting parts for this thing all winter basically. So I've got 2 or 3 good episodes to do on this little guy here. So yeah, next couple episodes will be on this while I save up some money. We're also in the process of buying a house, so that also doesn't help the cash flow issue. All our extra money is going towards that, of course. Part of being a car enthusiast, part of enjoying this industry is being creative and finding ways to afford your parts outside of the normal. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, if you like the content, consider subscribing, tuning in next time, and seeing what this little project has to offer. And yeah, hope for some sunnier weather next time. It's not bad outside today, just super windy and pretty cold. So all right, guys, see you next time.